All right, guys, we're going to hop directly into the action. Welcome back to the OlimoLeague. It's the semifinals, game number 3. I'm Rifkin casting with Zombie Grub and spawning here in the top right corner of Overgrowth. He's down 2 at the moment. He's on his last life. We'll see if he can stay in the tournament, possibly turn this around to go to the finals, or if he'll fall here. It's going to be Axiom's Blue Impact.
The bottom left as the red Protoss is Janair's Trap.
Okay, Trap's a really good player, and I did have high expectations from him coming to the series. I'm a little bit floored that Impact is losing the way he is, though. We've certainly seen him play much better PvZs in the past, and I don't want to talk down on Impact because he is such a good player, but this is definitely not the games I would have expected out of him. You know, like he's losing, and it's not even like a little bit, like he's losing badly.
Yeah. That first game, you can always be like, oh, okay, you try to go for mutas, you get attacked. Okay, like sometimes that happens. The second game, though, really did feel like just being a little bit outplayed, like honest to God. He made a choice to dedicate when maybe he shouldn't have, and then there wasn't a fallback plan that was very solid, at least, because obviously he did die at the end. So, I gotta wonder what this third game is gonna look like. Hopefully it goes better as opposed to worse, because it seems like it's going worse, right? If the first game was luck and the second game was pure skill, Trap hopefully won't just like demolish him this game.
Well, the way I think it better describes this is like, the reason I think Impact is often viewed as such a good player is because usually he's got these crazy plans devised for every player. Like, he comes into a series versus Marine King and shuts Marine King down in like 5 minutes or less because he knows exactly what Marine King was going to do and brings these perfect counter builds. Versus Trap, though, it feels like he's forced to wing it, and I think that's why we're seeing him flounder the way he is.
Yeah, that is kind of what it feels like. Maybe not the confidence Impact you're used to seeing, but
I mean, seriously, guys, if you have not seen, like, when Impact knows who he's playing, if he has time to prepare, he comes with exactly what he needs. And I don't know if this is, like, the work of the entire Axiom house coming together, like, 7 guys on top of a notepad saying, don't do this, and this, if that happens, or if it's just Impact on his own. Like, he is, like, this kind of sniper-type guy when it comes to builds.
yeah, he's pretty good at that. But Trap just seems to be playing on a really good level. And I don't want to say a whole nother level, but that hold last game and the counterattack, had he postured for like a minute more, you know, been a little more scared, Impact maybe has enough to defend it. It was just like super, super well played. Usually even in, you know, Colossus are always in PvT and you can't really get away from that. But even in PvZ, you start off with Blink Stalker, sure, but it's usually up to Colossus after that. When you're forced to go High Templars because they have a lead and, you know, they're going up to a hive so fast, you don't feel comfortable doing that. Usually we see the Protoss just, like, die, basically, you know? The Zerg hits before Storm, or the Storms aren't enough, or, you know, any number of things happen. And he played it really calm and very... Some skill to be respected, man. That was good Protoss.
That Storm timing, too, was pretty freaking perfect for Trap as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. The decision making of Impact just doesn't seem to be what we're normally used to seeing. But so was like, I guess maybe that's the curse. Gumio's like infecting everybody. Like Gumio says, all right, I'm gonna not play mech and play weird instead. Impact wins, but like it's infected with the measles type thing. That's gonna spread to Trap afterwards. We'll see the finals be awkward as heck.
Dude, if you're calling it, that'd be
I hope I'm incorrect, to be completely honest with you.
The other semifinals is Marine King versus Salvation. You guys don't remember, so guaranteed versus Terran, whatever it is, whoever wins this series.
Okay, so I think Salvation is a good enough player that I really want to see Salvation versus either. Like, Impact could still bring this back. I'm not going to count him out at all.
Oh,
like, he is a good enough player. But at the same time, Marine King plays really cool. So...
Do you remember the last time we cast Salvation versus a Protoss, though? Wasn't it Salvation versus Hero?
I just remember Choya's games. I don't really remember.
Oh,
Heroes.
nah, it's like the week before. I'm pretty sure it was Salvation. It was definitely Terran. But, like, Hero, that was when he was, like, the most cheesy. Like, the Oracle and a Void Real in on Merry-Go-Round. It was kind of a stomp. Salvation kind of, like, he looked great at the qualifier, then he met a Protoss, and he was, like, IDK Protoss. So I would be a little worried for Salvation versus Trap, who I mentioned before at least a couple of months ago, had awesome PVT, and I hope he still does. So if Trap wins this one, I actually just feel good for his win throughout the entire, no matter who he faces.
Well, I wasn't just saying that about Impact because I was trying to build some fake hype. Like, I like this move, like the Ling Run By. It's not going to work here, but, I mean, he is changing it up again. Not playing the same style twice, not doing the same things twice, not wanting to lose because he's chosen to play stubborn instead of better. And I think that's one of his greatest strengths as a player. So few players can really make adjustments to their playstyle on the fly like that. But Oracle looks like it will barely. Oh my god, with 1 health.
Was it even necessary? He killed 2 drones.
I don't know. He's killed 4 drones total. I guess keeping this alive for Revelations is going to be nice, but yikes, 1 health. Jesus.
Okay. Well, it looks like, yeah, we're going to have an expand out of Trap here. Impact knows it, so I think he's feeling pretty comfortable joining up to 60 and getting Hydra's apparently. Ling Hydra will be his choice. And we'll see if he transitions into anything like Roach Hydra or that Spire play again. It didn't really have the time to become anything. Not that it was necessarily a bad idea. Just, you know, don't die to the attack this time and actually do get up to 40 mutas. If that's his choice.
I mean, Overgrowth is another base trade map that we see frequently on. I wouldn't be surprised if he attempted this later, but investing in the Hydras right now, I mean, out of Impact, I'm feeling either, if he does go Spire, if anything, I think it's Corruptors. You know, like Ling Hydra Corruptor because he's worried about the Colossus, but it's probably going to be a Ling Hydra into quicker Hive Tech, if I had to guess anything here. It really does depend on what he sees out of Trap, though. Like, he has to know, is it going to be a Colossus? Do I have to worry about Storms again? He doesn't really know what he's fighting just yet. All he's seen is that third.
Yeah. Impact saving up a lot of cash. He's gonna have a big swell of Hydra soon. Not actually sure what he's waiting for. It's not like he's supply blocked.
I think, well, he's storing up larva too, right? So I think it is waiting to see if Hydras are the safe choice.
23 larva. Well, at this point, they like.
Yeah, 19. Wow.
All of his gas gone into that.
Yeah, Hydra's pretty darn expensive.
Yeah. Yeah, they are. See, I thought maybe he was also trying to surprise Trap because he had the Lucian Phoenix as well as that Oracle going around. But the Oracle did scout the Hydralisk Den. It could still be like an option of a. You scouted one thing, but you didn't scout the Roach Warren. Wait.
I wasn't sure if the Revelation would carry over to the Hydras once the eggs hatched.
Oh no, yeah.
It's just not something we've. I don't think I've ever seen a Revelation on an egg before, but now I have. So what do you know? Anyways, the Oracle does come back, and Revelation is going to be pretty key to make sure he doesn't walk into a face full of Hydralisks. But gosh darn it, that's a lot of sentries that have a lot of energy. 11 of them with force fields. It's going to be really difficult for Impact to take any sort of engagement where the full force of his army is able to actually fight.
Yeah. Which means that Trap should not take a fight in the open area. There's not too many like super open areas in Overgrowth, but going back to his main is probably going to be a better idea. We are going to get that classic Overgrowth Trap.
Oh,
where
nailed it.
Where, you know, you decide to defend your third, and then they're just like, well, okay, let me go ahead and kill your forge and your gateway and your cybernetics core at your natural, and you decide to, you know, defend your natural and you lose your third. Like, you know, it's a hard choice to make, but Impact actually not going to go up that main ramp, probably expecting Trap to be expecting that and having sentries ready to force hold that off.
Oh god, this is such a bad
Runs into a concave hole.
If the Hydras focus fire, they're probably going to take out about 3 of the sentries, but it was such like a split second, like instant movement choice. I understand them not doing that. For Impact, though, we got a lot of Lings on the front lines. That's of course the buffer when you don't go with Hydra, you go Ling Hydra. But Trap is on top of this. And Impact, oh, he just can't take a fight.
I mean, he was going for his own all-in, basically. You know, he never bothered to go up to a Robo. He has so many Blink Stalkers because of the 9 gateways he put down. He was like, I'm going to take you on. And again, Impact, I don't think, was expecting that. It's kind of like, oh, okay, well, this didn't work, so let me try and run away with Hydras without speed.
It almost it's not done yet. I look at this and I can't help but think, like, man, if Impact knew, like, Infestors would have been the sickest thing to have. Not for just the bloody Stalkers, but he would have crushed so many sentries and never taken this bad fight that is currently going on. He does lose the Mothership core Trap, but it's not going to stop him. Good game is called, and it looks like Impact will be knocked out with a 3-0 out of Trap. Really impressive out of Trap, of course, because Impact is not... It's